Hello and welcome to episode 10. Finally made
Ooh,
it. Our baby is 10 years old.
we're in
Week
the
10.
double digits now.
Actually, it's week 9 because you get the first 2 episodes on week 1, don't
Yeah,
you?
true.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
am your host, Jake Callanan, jake.callanan on Instagram, and my co-host, Ollie May. That's Ollie_Ventures Metal on Instagram. In the corner, as usual, Richard Taylor at OJ Roach on Instagram. The three amigos. Today we have a very special episode based on stupid deaths.
Yeah.
Stupid deaths.
But we're gonna do that later.
Yeah, we're going to have a little, catch up and a usual start, and then
Yeah.
we'll bring that topic in. We think we've got some funny deaths. Obviously, nothing disrespectful, just times in history where people have died under silly circumstances, either by their own hand or just ridiculousness.
Yeah, just
It's not meant to
bad
mock
luck.
people, it's just meant to be funny because it is. And so we've scoured the web and found a few funny ones that we can talk about in a bit.
Yeah.
But before that, Ollie, how's your week been?
Been decent.
Yeah.
Been really good. The sun's been out.
We've been enjoying the sun.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. People when they listen to this later will be like, "Do you remember the Borealis
Yes.
and that?" I didn't
Northern
see it.
Lights.
I didn't see it. I don't care. But I was gassed.
I
that
saw it
people
all
got
over
to see
social
it.
media. That was
Yeah.
enough.
I was gassed that people got to see it.
I just missed the boat on that one. By the time I heard about it, people were posting pictures from the night before, and I was
It's,
like, "Oh, right."
it's too light, and I've moved as well, so
Yeah.
that's happened. I've got a toilet in my room now. It's amazing.
Well,
Well,
I
I've
can
got a
honestly,
door.
yeah, I'm gonna say,
Yeah, I've got a door.
a toilet in your room is
Yeah, I've-
only classy if there's a door separating
Yeah,
it.
I've got a shower and
You
everything.
don't want a toilet in your room; it's like prison.
Yeah, got a shower.
Nice one.
Got everything. Got a dishwasher, mate. Dishwasher, bro.
What's
Don't
her
even
name?
need to
Nah, I'm
use
joking.
it.
That's a terrible joke. We're not sexist on Uwotcast. That was just a silly joke.
Yeah, I'd never had. I've had. Well, like my mom had one,
Mm.
so but I was too young to use one. I didn't know how to use a dishwasher.
Yeah.
At least I don't remember.
To be fair, like when you do like hospitality work, you end up like over the years I've done it, you end up like really used to using glass washers and stuff.
Yeah,
But that
yeah.
ends up with you like if you forget, you sort of overpile your dishwasher at home because the glass washers in like venues can handle like a lot.
Yeah,
a
you end
lot
up
of
double
dishes.
stacking the load. Just
Yeah.
double stacking. That's the
Yeah.
like you
But
don't.
all my thing is in the ones you get in like hospitality, as long as you stack things upside down, so the water can come up and hit them, then you can put pretty much as it will fit. Whereas in the home ones, you have to consider that just because the door shuts
Yeah,
doesn't mean everything's got. You can't
they're nowhere
overload.
near as powerful.
Yeah, not as powerful. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like the ones that we
The best ones
that
where
work.
you pull the thing down,
Oh,
you pull
damn,
down the roof
the
of it.
KP ones.
Yeah, they're sick.
KP kitchen
As long as you
porter.
keep them clean and the filter and that, they're well good.
Yeah,
They'll clean anything.
they're not.
They're like so good that you can't touch the stuff for ages afterwards because it's so hot. Yeah,
hot.
I
Like
like them.
60 degrees. It's got to be above 60 because
Yeah.
Legionella.
Yeah,
Legionella.
because of like
Yeah.
health and safety and things.
Yeah, here
Absolutely.
we go. Talking straight into hospitality track.
Yeah,
again.
that's it.
I got another good ND as well, and then I got a shit one. It's just one of them.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. I was
Don't,
very
don't even
understaffed.
worry about.
I was very understaffed this week.
It
I am
happens, man.
so sore, bro.
Happens, man.
Yeah.
On the date of airing, you'll have noticed it's been very hot, and obviously when it's hot, people come out to places, bars, restaurants, and places in the hospitality.
Yeah, and they sit outside. So now you walk from the pass, which is where the food comes out, is even further than it was before. When in winter, like you just in the restaurant. Now you're outside as well.
Outside,
And you can
Love
hear
the way you
all the
said that.
bands because where my restaurant is and like a load of other ones and bars and shit.
Yeah.
And you can like when the football's on, you'll like see like people singing. So as soon as you walk out, you're like, ah.
Yeah, I get that.
It's going off,
feeling.
and
When
I've
you
got to
walk
go
in-
back in.
Yeah, you walk
stand
into
at the
town or
hot
whatever.
pass.
Yeah,
There's no aircon.
it's horrible because
sweating
normally
away.
when you go into somewhere like a public place like town or wherever, and the sun's out and everyone's out, you're like, oh, it's going to be a good day. But when you're working and you're part of the industry that serves them, it's kind of depressing because you're like, oh my god.
Sometimes it isn't. It's
But they're
sometimes
like the
what you
belly
do
of
the
the
job
beast.
for.
Yeah, a busy day is a quick day, isn't it? And like if you get into your work and it's going fast, like everyone when they're younger wants like a slow day at work, but after a while they drag and like nothing
Yeah,
happens.
no, yeah.
Obviously, it can be stressful, but when it's like chaotic, I sort of thrive in chaos a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Especially with the ADHD.
Yeah,
thing.
it
It's
is,
like
yeah.
my brain operates at the speed to deal with chaos. So
Yeah.
if it's chaotic and everything's pleasant but mental, I kind of do all right because my
Yeah.
brain's already running at that speed anyway. Like,
The only thing
know.
I struggle with is the short-term memory thing. So,
Mm.
like, if someone will, like, I'm walking past with a load of plates in my hand.
yeah,
Right. By the way, it's very annoying when you do that. I'm walking with load of empty plates in my hand, and then you go, "Oh, by the way, can I have a jug of water?" I'm not gonna remember your jug of water. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna go over, scrape the plates in the KP
They're
area,
waiting for the drink
and
water,
then
and you just
and
walk
then
straight
think,
past them, just like.
and then think I've got to finish clearing the fucking table that I've just taken a load of empty plates from.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking I'm gonna need to go get you water, but I will. I'll get it because I'll walk past your table and see you and go, "Oh yeah, I was meant to get you a jug of water." But it's one of those ones. But if you see someone walking past with empty shit, they're not gonna immediately go get you the bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's true. That is
come on.
true.
There needs to be like we've got pub etiquette, right?
Mm.
Why is there no restaurant etiquette?
Well, I used to have it when I was working in kitchens because of short term memory. There'd be quite a few timers in the venue, like little timers that are magnetic, and no one needed to ever use them. So I would just have them all in the kitchen with me, especially when I'm on my own, and everything would have a timer. Like every last thing would be set to a timer. So like one thing goes in here, it's on a timer. So that way I can just kind of focus on something else.
Yeah,
And every time I hear a beep, I go to where it's beeping and I get the thing, which you get used to not doing, but it's so helpful with the ADHD to like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if I had a busier day, like doing something else, I'd have alarms set on my phone for various things and timers. It's just you sort of train your brain though, because the more you do that, the more you start to not stress about it, and then it becomes easier to remember because you're confident about it. It's like a
Mhm.
confidence thing
Well,
too.
it's when you got your section and you get used to your section. You're like the my little bar, my little
Mm,
restaurant kind of thing. You're there in the same spot for a while. You end up coming to the point where you're literally not even looking and you can grab something
exactly. Yeah.
without even having to like look. Like it's one of the best things, one of the best skills that a bartender can have is being able to hold a conversation while actively
Yeah. That's
keeping
it.
eye contact and making your drink at the same
That's it.
time.
Literally, I've literally
It's
made
like
a 20 a
next
20
level
pound
skill.
a 20 pound share a cocktail once while someone got glassed and a fight kicked off. Because obviously I've radioed security instantly,
Yeah,
but I can't leave the venue, and the person I'm serving needs to remain calm.
yeah.
So these guys are having a fight here. Like, it started with a bit of a glassing, which is terrible. But then they're kicking off, and we're not evacuating the venue because obviously those guys got like instantly removed. But while security's waiting to come down, I can't just stand there like, oh. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I turn back to the person and I'm like, it's all good. I'll finish making you drink. And even though I'm quite concerned, my heart's beating in my chest because it was a big dude and like another pretty big dude, and it was a post-football thing. Even though they weren't, not allowed to wear shirts and stuff
Yeah.
coming in, they were just normal-looking dudes, and it's all devolved anyway. But I'm kind of
Stone
like
Island motherfuckers.
pretty much, and I'm wanting to like kind of react, panic, and also the natural curiosity of wanting to kind of watch, even though you don't want it to happen and you want to solve it. You're still curious. So I just kind of pretend A, that I'm not interested in it, B, that it's not an issue because it's going to get resolved for the customer's sake. And that's a bit of a skill as well, like trying to keep eye contact, remember what the specs are to put in their cocktail, and also not piss my pants because there's blood all over the
Yeah.
bar. Yeah, that was like a very not a good day, but
There's a bit of a like, like fucking misconception about how like bar like restaurant hospitality works kind of like an unskilled thing if you're front of house as well.
mm,
Like
mm,
you're like obviously being a chef is a skill set. You need to be
yeah,
like knife trained.
yeah,
You need to know your allergies. You need to know
yeah,
everything. Like obviously front of house you don't have that as much because you're just serving a table.
yeah.
Bartending too though,
It's
but
because
it's
yeah,
still a skill set to be able to
it
like
is.
maintain your mentality throughout the day, being able to serve everyone with the same consistency.
Mhm.
It's quite a hard thing to do.
Absolutely. It's like I think because the doorway to getting into bartending can be quite open
Yeah,
because you can do a bar job where they're like, look, bar back for a bit and pick things up, and we'll put you in the bar here and there. Then we'll make you a bartender
yeah,
once you start to learn your specs. That means it's pretty open to anyone who's decent with people and willing to learn.
yeah,
So people often assume, oh, I've worked with people who are terrible. That means that bartending's not hard. And it's like, no, there are people who can be bad at bartending and still have a job,
yeah,
but it doesn't mean the actual skill of doing it well isn't an art in
yeah.
itself. Do you know what I mean? I completely
So
agree.
like just to explain as well, because obviously now Jake's just said specs. So specs are
We
like
don't mean glasses.
it's basically your ingredients. Like so if you work on a free pouring bar, you'll have say for example 3 counts of grenadine, which is like a certain spec inside of a cocktail. So it could be like a certain rum, 3 count of certain rum, which is usually a 25 mil. 3 count is 25 mil. 6 counts 50 mil. So you do like a 3 count of the liquor, and then you'll have like a liqueur maybe after it, something like that.
Just to add, sometimes
Yeah,
the specs will be in milliliters because the good bartenders, the free pourers, will know how many counts that is. But then it's also for the people that come in who aren't. You're not going to let them free pour yet
yeah.
because obviously use
Well,
your
so it
measurers and
depends on the venue's
yeah, it depends on
license.
the venue's license and also the standard. Like, for example, Schofield's. that one Best Bar in Manchester,
Mhm.
they'll all be the window to get in there will be smaller because it's like you need to be highly skilled because we have a very very high standard, and that means that the specs will be like what you said, as opposed to some jobs it's like, well, this guy's only been bar backing for a month and now wants to get on the bar, so he's going to learn all his milliliters and use a measurer,
Yeah.
and once we feel like he's good at measuring, he'll get him a big glass with water in it and a speed pourer, and he can practice his
Yeah.
free pouring, which is basically just without a measure.
And every day, every single bartender has to, before they even set on the bar, they have to do a pour test every day. So they will test how many, like, can you do a 1 count? And
Yeah.
you have 3 attempts and you score your points.
Mm.
If you don't score over a certain point, you're not making
Yeah.
drinks. You are bar backing for
Yeah.
the whole day.
And a good
So,
way,
like, it's a good way to
yeah.
catch out hungover bartenders.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a really
Or
good way
just
to
people that
catch
need a
them out.
little bit of extra training too. Someone that maybe is really talented and doing well,
Yeah.
but they've got cocky, and then they'll free pour into say like a half of a Boston shaker. They'll just free pour some water in,
Yeah.
and then the manager might pour that into a measure.
Yeah.
And let's say it's a 50 ml measure, and if it goes up, it could go over, it could be under.
And
They're
if
not
it does
gonna
that,
like
you know it's perfect when it does that nice little bubble
yeah, where the
on top of it.
surface
And it
tension of
bubbles
the
on top.
liquid is
Yeah.
like almost willing to break. But
Oh,
it's
that's
not.
when you know you've got it bang on.
It's not military level though. Like obviously, if you're a tight, like a couple of milliliters under, they're not going to scrutinize
Yeah.
you too much. It just needs to be basically making a double, so everyone gets what they pay for, but not pouring over a double because then that customer will you'll be wasting money on alcohol basically. You
It's
won't be
not
making
just
a
that.
profit.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's the
Also, it's health and safety
over
as well.
pouring. Yeah, it's
Yeah, the
health and
Weights and Measures
safety.
Act, I think it's 1975, is basically like you can only serve spirits. Like you can't really do triples. That's not really legal. Apparently some parts of the UK, like I think Newcastle, some places people have just told me this do serve triples, but I think they're just going under the radar. I don't think they're actually allowed to do that because the Weights and Measures Act says it has to be served in a single or a
I
double
think
for spirits.
different council areas have different licensing
Ah,
rules.
okay. I've only ever bartended in Manchester,
That's what
so I
think.
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Other than at a festival, but it doesn't really count because festivals are a bit of a free for all.
But I kind of doubt it because like triples is more of like a European thing.
Well, in
So,
America,
go for ask for a double in Spain, and
Yeah.
you're just watching the bartender like
Well,
unscrew the cap. There's not even a speed pour.
it's so interesting you mentioned that because forget America for a second. In the Philippines, I believe it is, rum is cheaper than Coke. So a double rum and Coke is cheaper than a single. Because when you get a double, there's less Coke in it, so you're paying less. It's mad, that isn't it? Absolutely crazy. So if you want a single, you're paying more than if you wanted like a double. So it's actually more financially frugal to get fucked. It's like, oh well, actually I try to save money, so I'll have 4 doubles, please. I'm skink guys, isn't it? I'm balling buying singles, because you're like rich.
Yeah.
It's like, can I get you a drink? The girl's like, ooh, it's like a single rum and Coke. She's like, ooh, big spender. Yeah.
It's a pet peeve of mine when you've got to make a cocktail, right? And obviously you just have to stick to the company specs. And the guy goes, "Oh, make it strong." You're like, "Yeah, I will."
Yeah, make it.
Yeah, well, and I'll just make it just like I normally do.
That's a great meme of that when it's like it's a picture of a bartender standing doing that face. And it says me when the lady asked me to make it special, and I say yes, I'll make it special, but I'm gonna make it normal.
Yeah,
because it's already special because someone sat and conceptualized this menu and made these cocktails as good as they can be.
Yeah.
For this venue, so it's like it's already special. It's already designed to be great. I can't.
A team of people literally helped design the cocktail you're drinking.
Literally,
it's already good.
Yeah, and also in America, how just the shot sizes are different, so they're bigger. So like if you get a double, it's actually stronger because I'm pretty sure that's correct. Like if you get a shot, let's keep it simple. If you get a shot to drink, their shots are wider and bigger. Like it's different measurement. I think they use fluid ounces instead of milliliters, because like they hate the metric system. But yeah, it's something like that. But different, like we say, different strokes for different folks. So that's your week.
What have you been up to?
Yeah, my week's been good. Like, high five myself. No, yeah, my week's been good. Been pretty productive. Just been getting out a lot and trying to do things, hobbies, things like that. I've landed a new job, but it's a long process to start, so that's just good. Kind of want to start, but I have to wait for all the onboarding and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's good, man. I'm actually moving out of hospitality, there's nothing wrong with it, but it wasn't always for me every time. So like, I think I'm gonna try and have this job work for me better. I think it's gonna be a good fit. And in the week, yeah, I've been enjoying the sun, bit of like outside and stuff. I've not done anything super like. Oh, I watched Eurovision. That was good.
I didn't bother.
Had a little Eurovision evening, just for a laugh though. It's not really like I'm not rooting for anyone particular. It was just
I'd get
England
more
did terrible.
entertainment. I just what I mean. I'd have more entertainment watching karaoke night in a shitty
I think
bar
you would have
in the
liked it
middle of
this year.
Clayton.
There was a group with a guy called Mr. Windows 95 Man. and he wore a Windows 95 t-shirt, and I was like, basically, one of the gags was he had no pants on at all. And I'm sure they would have like in the live view they would have covered up his dick, but the bit was every time the cameras changed, even though it was like live, every live camera they'd set up, something was blocking his dick. Like one of the lights on one of the lights on the edge of the stage would be like blocking it, or like a microphone, or somebody's head in the audience. Like it was really well done. And yeah, just a couple of really interesting, a bit like Electric Callboy.
Yeah.
There's a couple like European. It was a bit more rocky this year. Like so, all the women were beautiful and all the acts from that. And then there was like really alternative. There was like a non-binary person from Ireland who did a really cool thing. It was all like light shows and like it was a fun watch. You know, if you got you sat with mates having a few drinks, and
Yeah.
I like it because if it was anything more serious, you'd have to all shut up and pay full attention. If it was anything less serious, it would be boring. So it's
Yeah.
just the right amount of like, oh, we want to see who wins, and we care a little bit, but no one's like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
It's
Just like
kind of like the World Cup of singing, isn't it?
basic World Cup of like Euro pop
It's,
sort of it because it's not like it's not all about vocal ability. It's become this kind of European,
it's not even European, bro. Israel was in it, wasn't it?
yeah,
Like mad, this mad
yeah.
country's not even from Europe in
Yeah,
it
but
now.
I mean, it's a European. It feels like European, like it's like Euro pop, and it's got that very like kind of anything can happen kind of weirdness to it. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? And I think that's kind of fun. But yeah, I don't.
Where was it hosted this year?
I can't remember. I should really know that, but I can't remember.
Some obscure country.
I think when we put it on, it was already going.
Wouldn't
I don't know.
you wouldn't you know based on the presenters?
Well, no, because we get no, because it's whatever country it's in, it'll be in their language. We get Graham Norton every year because it's in the UK. Graham Norton's over it, so Graham Norton's like there talking for us in between acts. He's our presenter, but you don't see him. He's not there. So like it'll one act will finish, and then
So wait, the presenters
Graham
are
Norton.
talking in their language.
I believe so, yeah.
At the gap.
Because it's for everybody, isn't it?
Mm.
There's nobody. No, there's nobody still on stage talking. Like it's all done overdub.
Oh.
It's a lot more natural than I'm making it sound. It works just
I
fine.
swear it. Huh? All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Germany with such person.
Yeah.
In my brain, I remember just watching the Eurovision with presenters on stage.
It might have been back a while ago, but what I've noticed is Graham Norton's really good at it. Like he's kind of funny, but not so funny that he's trying to be funny and it's distracting. He makes like he's
a
allowed to
legend
make
in the
comments to
game.
take the piss out of stuff,
Yeah.
but not in such a way that it's like you know mean or it's just like it's a bit of comic relief. He's not like taking it too seriously because he knows that Britain doesn't take it that seriously.
And he's not Wogan either.
Yeah. Well, Terry Wogan used to do it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Terry Wogan. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bet Eurovision was good. And yeah, just had a nice week.
Chilling.
Been very got a bit too hot at one point.
Oh, bro.
But
At
getting
one
my
point,
tan on.
I was chilling on the keys, just chilling out.
Oh, nice.
Sick, mate. 5-minute walk, mate.
Oh, I went on a 20-mile bike ride actually. Forgot about that. Went to Heaton Park, rode there, and then rode around for a while, and then rode back. But it was a long day. I left at like 11 a.m. and got back at like 9 p.m.
All uphill as well.
Yeah, well,
Fuck
a lot that one way, and then we found a way on the way back where we could go downhill mostly.
Yeah.
So it was so cool.
But
was
it
like,
is all the way downhill.
no, but we didn't go. No, because the way there it's a bit uphill, a bit downhill. Like so, you'll go downhill a little bit, then you go uphill a lot. And the uphills are really bad. But then if your legs are so tired when you're there, you don't want to do half up, half down in reverse. You want to choose a different route. We found those. It would have been if we took that route there, the route we took back. If we took it there, it would have been all the way up. But we took a mixed route there, and then we did the downhill route back, all downhill. So we were like at one point we weren't pedaling, just rolling, and it was like dusk. So the sun was still out, but it was like cooling down, and it was like there weren't many cars on the road for whatever reason, and it was just so like, it was just so chill. And got home and made like spaghetti and meatballs, and I was like, yeah. And then just had a cold shower and went to bed. It was a good. I felt I burnt a few pounds as well because I've been gaining the pounds due to the meat.
Yeah, you have, bro, haven't you?
All right.
Still scranning away.
Yeah,
on
you
the
haven't.
meat.
Yeah, no, I just mean
Getting on there.
Nah, I feel.
Make sure he noticed.
I feel alright, me. I think I'm.
Keep me on your toes, Jake.
I think I'm good. I think I'm a happy weight. I just need to make sure that I'm not using my electric scooter all the time.
I've lost weight.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Me, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have too. To be fair.
I've lost loads of weight. It's good.
Yeah,
I've maintained a steady semi-fasting diet.
It's all about calorie deficit, innit? Make sure you're burning more calories than you eat,
Yeah.
or at least the same amount, and then you're not gonna gain too much weight.
I have my multivitamins. I have a little satsuma in the morning. Feign off the hunger in the morning.
I'm trying to
And
go.
have a fat little curry or something.
Nice. I'm trying to go keto, so I'm trying to just cut out all carbs and just eat meat and fruit and eggs and things like that. But obviously, I need to wait till I'm earning this new wage, I reckon, because I'm gonna be buying a lot more meat. So I'm willing to eat carbs, but like just try and sort of
Gonna
see
do
them
that
as the
thing
enemy.
that guy.
Carbs are the enemy and all that.
You seen
Fat
that
bastards.
that guy online that's just been scranning raw chicken?
Yeah,
Like, he's been
yeah,
filming it
yeah,
every
yeah.
day,
I
but
hate
he's
that.
got like a different scene every
Yeah,
day.
it basically
and
says like I'm eating chicken every day
every
whatever
day
of eating
until I
chicken
get
every day
ill.
until I get food.
And
Yeah.
he's been scranning for like hundreds of days. I think
It's
now.
just so not cool that though.
It's
It's
mad.
disgusting. Because I can
Absolutely
see
mad.
someone eating
That's
raw.
ridiculous.
Yeah, someone eating raw beef. I can see it because it's like even though I wouldn't do that,
I knew
I
someone
like
that.
my steaks rare sometimes. But it's like I don't eat my chicken rare. Like fuck
Well, I know
that.
someone that would eat raw smoked bacon. Should just
I
get
just
out of
don't
the packet
trust.
and
Just
scran
don't
it.
trust parasites and things like
Oh,
the heat's there to kill all that shit. But
Well,
raw
yeah, but
bacon sounds fucking unhinged, man.
nah, raw smoked bacon, so it's technically cooked.
If
in a
but
way.
if it can be smoked, but if it's not cured, so if they've just because smoking bacon is
Yeah.
just giving it enough smoke to give it that smoky flavor. But what if it's like not cooked, like at all?
She don't give a shit. She was
Mm.
just scranning them.
That's fair, I suppose.
She never got ill.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Like raw salmon in it, smoked
yeah.
salmon.
But I eat raw salmon. It's good.
Yeah, smoked salmon. But it's scrambled on your scrambled
Yeah,
eggs.
scrambled eggs, salmon
Oh,
on top.
mate.
So good. So
Ah,
good.
that's a
Little bit of
breakfast for
fresh
kings.
herbs if you got it.
Yeah, man, bit of chive.
Yeah, or do the eggs royale, which is like slice of toast, 2 poached eggs, salmon, and then hollandaise on top.
Ah, nah,
That's
no poached
gangbusters.
eggs for me.
Really?
Not a fan.
Poached eggs, if you do them right, they're good, man.
Mm,
It's like a fried egg, but less greasy. And do you like runny yolks though?
not really.
That's why then.
Not a
Because if
massive
you like
fan.
poached eggs, the runny yolk when you just cut it and it goes, that's proper that.
Mm.
But if you're not into runny yolks, a poached egg without a runny yolk is just a boiled egg that's a bit limp. I don't think I'd like that either. You know, you can make. I might have mentioned this because I've been telling everyone. You know, you can make boiled eggs in the air fryer.
Mhm.
I only found out like a few weeks ago,
You
and
can
I was
pretty
like,
much anything in the air
yeah,
fryer
but I
these
didn't
days.
Do
think
fucking
boiled. I
anything.
thought boiled eggs needed like the soft touch of boiling water, but apparently not. Just
Nah,
set it and go.
you can do fucking anything in those things, mate. You can do pasta in it.
But wouldn't you need some water to cook the pasta? Surely.
Nah.
Yeah, I've
Nah, you
not
cook
seen
the pasta
Or do you
first.
put?
You cook the pasta
I've not seen
first.
Cook the
pasta
pasta
being.
I mean, you
first,
can
then
put
how
the.
do you-
Definitely
You
not
can make
seen
like
pasta.
pasta sauce in it and shit.
Oh yeah, cool. I thought you like you make pasta in it, but you cook the pasta first. It's like, well, you've.
Yeah, but then as well, you can make like a bake, a
Ah.
pasta bake.
Yeah, I think that
Like,
makes
so you
sense.
put it in
that
a metal
ma-
bit.
Yeah,
and
because
then
once the pasta's cooked, then it's I just think because you need water to cook pasta because it needs to absorb that
Yeah.
hot water, doesn't it?
Imagine
Soften
making
up.
deep fried dumplings in it.
That would be nice. Make fried chicken in it like from scratch as well. Like,
Yeah.
batter it yourself and then just whack it in. Well, that'd be nice. Got myself a steak for later as well. Don't mind rubbing my hands together.
I'm doing the fried chicken. You know.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's really
We're
good.
living good.
We're living good with that.
We're
food.
living good.
Absolutely. So yeah, both our weeks have been good. You had a good week, Roach?
Yeah, what have you been up to, bro? We never ask you.
It's absolutely the same as always because I never do anything.
Yeah, it's true.
He's a man of few doings.
Few
Few
words.
activities.
A man of few activities.
Got
Yeah.
my platinum on Fallout 4.
Ooh. There we go. That's interesting.
Fallout's all the rage at the moment, isn't
It
it?
is, isn't it? It's back.
We were so back. We
I-
are so back.
I gave it a little go.
Have
And
you
I
never
could.
played it
I
before?
literally no. Yeah, I have, of course. I've like.
The way you said it, I
100%ed
was like, oh.
I've already 100%ed all of them.
Can
But,
say
like,
you were mad on 76, weren't you?
yeah, I've smashed it.
But
Smashed
I bet
it.
you
So
not got
did
the
we.
platinum though, have you?
No,
Yeah.
not bothered.
So
Don't
you
care.
You need a
smashed
PlayStation.
it
Like,
though,
exactly.
have
I
you?
don't have a PlayStation. I don't even have a PC still. It's still broke.
You gotta sort that PC out, bro.
My Padawan's giving me one from work. My Padawan from work. Is that
Padawan.
yeah. He's my Padawan, mate.
Gonna get him to give you a PC.
He said he's gonna give me a PC. It just needs a hard drive.
Okay.
And it's like I was like, really? He's like, yeah. It's already got a better graphics card than mine.
That's You can always
Like,
use some of your parts into it. Look at
well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
You managed to get yours to turn on in the end, but
No display,
no display.
nothing.
Could just be your graphics card then.
It's either the motherboard or the power supply is not sending enough power out. It's mad. It's just like Heineken, bro. You owe me something. Give me money. It's your beer that fucked up.
I was thinking it's not their fault you spill it on your PC. But then I thought, imagine you could get a beer. Like we've made a beer that if you spill it on stuff, it doesn't. It doesn't,
break
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a unbreakable beer.
Unbreakable, the new beer. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, can have a look at some stupid deaths now if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have we got?
Right. So obviously, previously we've talked about. This is just a quick referral back to that. The woman that died from the Nintendo Wii. She got like water intoxication and pretty much drowned because she drank 6 liters of
Oh
water trying to win the Nintendo Wii. I'm sure I
yeah.
mentioned
That's
that
a
on an episode.
throwback.
So
Yeah,
she was trying to drink. It's like whoever drinks the most water gets Nintendo Wii, and she drank so much water that she died, which is crazy because that's like
And we laughed about that.
everything's only healthy in doses, even water. It's like you drink too
Fucking
much
hell.
water, you fucked.
What a dickhead, dude.
But the first one I've got is there's a Toronto lawyer that died testing a piece of unbreakable glass in a skyscraper.
Oh,
So he was up on one of the
yeah.
floors and he ran into it and nothing happened. And then for some reason he did it again and the glass pops out and he fell 24 stories.
Fuck. Oh.
Can you imagine being like, it works, see that? I'll do it again. I wasn't looking, mate.
No,
I'll do
one
it
more
again.
time.
Wasn't
One more
looking.
time.
I sneezed, mate. Can you do it again? That's pretty good.
And that was his doom.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
his
his doom. Fell
fall.
24 stories.
He double tapped himself.
Literally. It was like you're allowed one free pass at this. And he
Yeah.
was like, nah, I'll try it again.
Double tap. He just made sure.
It's funny that though, like it's like because it said he's a lawyer, and what I read is he's a lawyer, so it's like he didn't even make the glass. It's not even like he's like an unbreakable glass salesman who was like, you know what I mean? If he was like the salesman, I could kind of see, okay, he's
Oh.
so sure.
Maybe he was trying to make a case.
Yeah, yeah. My client
It-
couldn't have fallen to his death because case overruled. Yeah. Objection, leading the witness.
Case closed.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
That's so funny.
That's joke.
His name was Gary Hoy. But I'm not gonna. I don't have everyone's name
Wow.
in this list. I've made. So that's one of them though. Oh, Gary's got 2 R's in it. I don't like that. Gary should
That's
have
an
1 R.
uncomfortable thing to look at.
Yeah.
But Gary's mod
Gary.
is like that as well, though.
Is it?
Isn't
I
it?
never, maybe it is. I never.
What?
thought
Or is
about
that
it.
is that a Mandela?
I'm sure Gary's Mod's one.
Yeah, I swear it's 2 R's.
I've never really thought about it, so I can't remember.
Never played it, so I don't know.
Just have a look. Keep going.
You want the next one, or do you want me to just let
Yeah,
him
just
have a...
keep going. We'll
Um,
get an update.
Okay, the next one I have is
Double R.
Yo,
Ah.
I told you, bro.
At least you're not saying that whole
Yeah,
Mandela
there
effect
it
thing.
is.
At least we're not having to go through that again. The next one I've got is a Russian suicide bomber whose vest was prematurely triggered by a Happy New Year SMS from the phone company while he was still in a safe house. He's ready to go. It's like Vodafone have new offers.
Happy New Year
That's
as
great.
well.
That I know.
Oh, that's Pete.
Yeah, because I suppose he set the phone up with a SIM, assumed no one has his number, so he
Yeah.
said, "But I wouldn't trust that." Like, everyone gets a text. Everyone in the world has received a text. Okay, how lonely you are. If you ever owned a phone that's been on a SIM, you've received a text.
Imagine that being the last thing you see, just a corporate Happy New Year. Cheers, cheers,
That's
Not
amazing.
even topped
Thank-
it up.
Thanks for
Not even
being.
deserved the thanks.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know his own number. He's just like completely like, yeah, fully.
Oh no.
That's pretty good. And then I've got there's a story of a French guy who tried to commit super suicide. So he drank poison, tied brick to his neck with a rope, and then jumped off a cliff, trying to shoot himself in the head while he was falling. He fired the gun. The bullet cut the rope, so he survived the fall, and then he choked on salt water, which caused him to vomit the poison. So he didn't die from the poison either because of all the salt water he drank, and he died of hypothermia instead.
What?
So he didn't hang himself, he didn't drown, he didn't poison himself, even though he tried, and then, yeah, he just hypothermia to death. So I think if anything, that's saying, like, don't try so hard. Like, if you just jumped in the water, you would have died of hypothermia. You don't need to fucking ropes
Yeah.
and bricks. And also, how fucking... To jump
Super
and try and
suicide.
shoot yourself in the head while you're falling, like, bro, just shoot yourself in the head. Maybe he was going for some kind of record.
Yeah, 4 in 1.
Yeah, yeah.
What was that? Oh,
Or the greatest like post-mortem report ever. Like, this man appears to have been poisoned, hung, shot in the head, and drowned. Yeah. Then we've got the guy that jumped from the Eiffel Tower, hoping to invent a special parachute suit.
Oh, this
The
guy.
thing is, although, it's because all 3 previous dummy tests had failed, but he still wanted to try it. So that's why he died, because even though he tried it with dummies and it didn't work, he was like, it's gonna work. So like, he was attempt 4, even though the first 3 didn't work.
Yeah, the first 3 didn't have the right weight.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Curiosity killed the frog.
Killed the frog.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck you, Frenchies.
some guy and his friend in Arizona shot a cactus and an arm off it fell and it crushed him, killing him instantly. It weighed 500
what?
pounds. He shot a cactus and the arm of the cactus fell on him and crushed him. Like a 500-pound cactus, probably a big cactus. And just died from the pure weight of it.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah,
Like
fully.
you get impaled by it first, like.
Yeah, fully.
Oh.
And I've got a World War II businessman that was on his way home from work on the train at night, and it was like a blackout. The train suddenly stopped, so he just thought, "Oh, this is my stop," and he got off the train. Turns out the train was just waiting at a railway bridge, and he fell for like 30 feet. Because back then, it's like World War II. I'm sure the train doors you could just open them yourself.
Yeah.
So he just opened the door and gone, "Nah!" thinking he was must be my stop.
Oh,
Probably
no.
muscle memory as well, because he's probably done that journey so many times that he was like, "This must be me." And it was literally on like a.
Yeah, but think back then, right? There weren't
Mm.
like AirPods or anything. It
I was
was
gonna
like
say, you can't even blame him, like,
right.
looking
He
at his
weren't like
phone.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
his phone or anything
yeah.
like that. He was just.
Yeah, you have like a lot of like time to be aware, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was he doing?
exactly. There's a story of a surgery with a 300% mortality rate. He's basically trying to amputate a leg and trying to show how quickly it could be done, and accidentally sliced through the assistant's fingers and sliced the coat of a spectator. The patient assistant died from infection. The spectator died from shock, thinking he'd been stabbed. So the operation had a 300% mortality rate because 3 people died from one operation.
Wow.
Because normally 100% mortality rate means the operation would just kill you.
Yeah.
But if the operation's so dangerous, it killed 2 other people.
Just trying to amputate some guy's leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another guy, he died in a train line after he dropped his hat. He decided it was a good idea to jump on the tracks and get it. Saw the train was coming and thought it'd be a good time to mess around, jumping back and forth between the tracks. He then went into panic mode and fell over trying to get on the platform again. Couldn't get back on and was killed. He's only 20. Jesus. They assumed he was drunk, but apparently he was just an idiot.
What era was this?
I think this was like in the 90s.
What a plonker.
I know.
Don't fuck around on train tracks, man.
No, I completely agree. It's also one where people like falling off their chairs as an example of stupid deaths.
Yeah.
Like, that's happened quite a lot, where people just like lean back on their chair. Teachers always say like, "Don't do that, you'll die," and then it can happen.
It can.
Yeah, or a
Use
guy.
disused ones. You sit on them. Don't use
Yeah.
the normal ones.
'Cause
They
you
come
smack
out
the
of
back of your head hard
nowhere.
enough. That's the easiest way to kill yourself.
Yeah.
I also a guy who fell off a balcony. He didn't want to get caught cheating, so he was trying to like the guy, probably the husband or whoever it is, came home, and he's like climbed over the balcony and just fell and died. I mean, he didn't get caught cheating, but
Imagine
he
that.
got caught dying.
You're the flat below.
Yeah.
And you just see this guy's dick hit your window and then fucking.
Fully. That's it, man.
That's all I've got.
Yeah, that's it so
for
far.
now.
But I can get a few more up now.
That's it for season 1.
Well, no, I've got
Silly
more. I've
people
got more.
deaths.
I just meant that.
He's got more.
That's it there.
Right.
Someone who played Russian roulette, a drunk guy, but he didn't realize you have to use a revolver because the bullets spin in the chamber. So he's just played Russian roulette with a normal gun. Like bullet goes in the bottom. Obviously, when you load it, the only bullet in the gun goes into the chamber, and of course you're gonna shoot yourself in the head.
Wow.
Yeah.
With a like a mag.
Any gun other than a revolver hasn't got
What
like
a
a spinning
dickhead.
barrel. Yeah.
What a dickhead.
Yeah.
That's an excellent way to go, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like he was bare confident. I bet
What-
you any money he went straight for it. Didn't even
Yeah.
think twice.
Yeah.
And it went lights out.
It's crazy. Well, I saw not like a clip, a 3D model of a revolver and how it works the other day, and I realized that when you load it, like you pull back the back of it, the bullet that's not in front of the barrel gets moved into the barrel. So when you spin it doing Russian roulette, do you know what I'm saying? So like, imagine not because I always basically where I thought the bullet needs to be to kill you is one off. So even though you can't figure it out when playing Russian roulette,
No, but it moves it in.
you could like I don't know, you could like try and cheat and look at the barrel and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm safe, and then get it wrong if you were me, and then shoot
Yeah.
yourself in the head. There's also a
No.
lawyer called Clement Vallandigham.
Whoa.
Vallandigham.
What?
Yeah, Clement Vallandigham, who's a lawyer that accidentally shot himself in the head because he wanted to prove his defendant wasn't killing the victim of a murder case, and then even though he killed himself, he still won the case. I don't know how, but he did. Crazy, innit?
That's mental.
Yeah. Like saying that my client
What?
couldn't have killed him, but and then just killing yourself. There's also like people who get into thermal pools at Yellowstone Park. So you know those hot spring pools.
Yeah,
A lot
get
of them are
boiled
so hot they
alive.
dissolve you into
Yeah.
nothing. So a lot of people have like dissolved, and all that's left is their flip flops in this case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's mad. That who thinks that? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go take a dip in a volcano.
Yeah.
Rapid.
No, it's
So I'll
crazy.
just go do that.
I actually remember this one. A guy who he wanted to a flat earther. He wanted to prove the Earth was flat, and he built a homemade rocket
Yeah.
and like went up
Oh yeah.
and
fucking
died. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like let's talk about these flat earthers, bro.
Crazy.
Just
Right?
real quick, mate.
Crazy.
This is real quick. This quick subject flip, bro. Like you've got to be kind of special
Mm.
to believe that
Yeah.
we're on a disc.
I
bro.
think part of being born into modern society is being willing to accept that people have come before you and that their achievements and sacrifices have made life easier for you. It doesn't mean believe everything you hear, but sometimes if you go like, oh, they could have just lied about this, they could easily have pulled the wool over our eyes. Fine, but at the same time, sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes not everything is there to be out to get you or take take advantage of you. Some things are just there because somebody did it. So it's like the moon landing. Maybe the footage we've seen, maybe that's fake. Maybe that's to do with the space race with Russia. But man has been to space, and I don't mean man has been to space. I mean man has been to space.
Man is in space.
Man is in space. No, man has been to space, and
They are still in space.
that is true. And that is a great human achievement. And you undermine the sacrifices people have made, like the astronauts that died in the Challenger when that blew up. Just to be like, oh yeah, nah, they're all just trying to use like CGI and NASA pictures to make us think the Earth's round. It's like I just don't think so, man. I just think you feel cool when you think you're on the other side of the argument and that you're this secret like agent trying to prove the big lies wrong. It's like, nah, mate, it's just you're just an idiot.
You gotta be a special kind of fucking human to be a part of a group that have proved themselves wrong so many fucking times.
That's it.
Like they did a thing on a salt fucking lake, right? That was like miles long, just to, like test that there was no curvature, right? They set up like these stations, like 1, then 2, and then 3, right? Miles apart, and then put holes in them and a laser, right?
Yeah, I know about
just
this.
to show that there was no curvature. They were like, yeah, the laser's gonna pass right fucking through, and it fucking didn't.
Yeah,
Like
this
it
is a
fucking
curve of the
didn't.
Earth,
There
yeah.
was a curve, right?
Mhm.
And there's that's been out for God knows how long, and there's still dudes out there like convinced that like the fucking sun is going round in a circle, mate.
Just floating.
It's a
about
round
rivers.
thing, by the way, in the sky. That's a round
Yeah,
thing.
they're okay with that.
Right, they're all right with that. They're fine. They don't need an explanation for that. They're just like, oh, it's round anyway. Whatever. It's just a lamp. Whatever kind of shit. There's a
big floating
firmament.
lamp.
There's a firmament. We've got a bubble on top of us apparently as well. Just held in place by a fucking fat bubble. Shut up, mate.
Yeah.
Shut the
No, I
fuck up.
agree. Any of our flat Earth viewers or listeners all around the globe, we're not trying to mock you too much. We just think,
I want to jump in here. I'm not a flat earther in any way, shape, or form.
but
But
Here we
but-
go. This would be interesting.
someone needs to explain to me why it takes 24 hours or around 24 hours to fly from America to Australia.
because you have to plane has to refuel.
But the on a globe, they're right next to each other. But when you lay the map out flat, they're not. They're on opposite sides of each other.
It depends where in America, because America's size. Sometimes I think if you live on like the
Doesn't matter when you look at it on a globe.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's
No,
still.
I'm not
it'd
disputing
still
that.
make more sense to go
No, I know.
that way than all the way around.
But
the Pacific Ocean is massive, right? And not just that, it's flying from America to Australia, and the Earth's rotation's that way, isn't it? So it's flying against the Earth's rotation.
But, right, let's say you're in the center of the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which way does the Earth rotate? That's the question.
I have no idea.
Because maybe
But right, you're in
it's
the center
traveling
of the United
against the
States.
rotation.
You're in the center of the United States, yeah?
Yeah.
You can fly to Brazil. That doesn't take too long. Fly this way. No, everywhere you fly to the east. Yeah? If you was to just fly to the west, you'd get to this side of the world
Yeah.
so much. Also, look how close this is.
Yeah, I've got a slight answer for you.
You
Maps-
should
Yeah.
be able to just walk.
I've got a slight answer.
So why do you have to take a flight?
Because
from there
maps aren't
to
accurate like that.
Russia?
Maps aren't size
I
accurate.
get
They're
that,
just a depiction
but
of.
it's still that distance from there to there should not
And I'm pretty
be
sure a lot of places do fly
that
that way.
much bigger than England.
The west
That's
coast,
called-
the west coast of the United States do fly that way to Australia, and it is quicker. That's what I was going to say before.
That
They
bit from Russia to Australia, right? From Alaska to Russia, right, is massive, bruv. And it's the roughest seas up there. I'm pretty sure it's called like the Bering Land Bridge or some shit like that. Oh man, we're getting the map out.
Planes fly to the west, going to America.
I
But
feel like
no
Roach is Charlie
plane.
right now. Like,
Yeah, no, this
he's
is the
like
only thing that
confirming.
really winds me. I don't
But
believe
look,
that it's a flat Earth.
there are planes coming from the right of the screen to Australia, which will be coming from America.
Look how empty the Ukrainian airspace is.
Look, see that plane on the right is from America. There you go. Because if you zoom out, you can see they do come that way.
Yeah.
I think it's a safety thing. Maybe they don't fly over too big for too long in case something goes wrong. They need to emergency land somewhere. I don't
Yeah.
really know. It is a good question though. Don't get me wrong, because it does. I don't have a direct answer, but yeah, I also think it's weird that like maps are like designed to help you understand places, but not to show them accurately as they'd be from above. Because like countries are different sizes to what they show on the map. It's sort
They
of a
are.
general thing. But yeah, it is an interesting
That's
thing.
the only thing that
Mm.
confuses me.
Yeah, but that's
I
fine.
don't-
That's a normal consent. You're not a flat
Don't
earther.
believe
You're
in
all right
flat
with that.
Earth.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
only
you really
feeling
should.
is like it's because you're going with the rotation of the
I
planet.
don't think that matters though. That never really is a complete.
No, is that
Because
like
my mum's
inertia?
flew again. No, my mum's flew against the timeline and celebrated Christmas twice because it was Christmas Day on the plane, and then or Christmas Eve. I think it's Christmas Day, and then she's gone over the timeline and got back to Christmas Eve. She beat because that's how sometimes you go. I don't think the spin of the Earth matters too much because once you're up high enough to get less air, because the higher you go, the faster you can go because there's less air resistance. So the closer you are to the atmosphere, the less the air is pushing against you. But like, I don't think inertia actually comes into much effect at that height. But I do know what you mean, like if you were lower down and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I couldn't
Yeah,
spend
if anyone
24
can
hours
explain
on a plane.
that to me,
Mm.
then
but that's good.
I'd appreciate that.
That's a cool thing to have. Like you're just like, I don't get how this works. Whereas flat earthers are like, hey, well, because it's like you're going, there must be a big wall in the sky. But that's what flat earthers are like. It's like just because you can't explain it, either do some research, ask people, or accept you can't explain it like you have. Like, but these people just go like, I don't get something. It must be.
There's a big ass
Aliens.
wall of ice, mate.
Yeah, the ice
Every-
wall.
yeah,
God, they
there's
love
a
that, don't
wall, yeah.
they? They fucking
There's
love the
always
ice
a
wall.
fucking wall, bro.
I'll throw in a quick another one. There's a famous guy from 3rd century BC Greece, who was a philosopher who died of
Yeah.
laughter after he saw a donkey eating his fermented figs, and he died laughing,
That's mad.
which is pretty crazy.
There's a guy as well. There was another guy that died because a bird mistook his head for a fucking rock and dropped an egg, like dropped some shit on it, and killed him.
Oh yeah, really? I think
Yeah.
that sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if I know that one.
Yeah, no, you probably would have heard it somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember what the guy's called, but yeah, he got domed by a bird.
by a bird.
He got sniped. He got sniped by a bird, mate.
That's a weird way to go in it. It's such a like caveman, like way to go. If you know what I
I
mean.
reckon the bird went, yes.
Primitive.
Like, when he hit him.
Oh
he
yeah,
go,
it came
"Fuck
up with that little like hit marker and
Yeah.
like 100 points like COD,
Yep.
like Call of Duty.
it."
I'd like to mention during this fake death segment that there are some out there as well for being like COVID deniers to the point that they try and prove it's like people who have gone around people with like really really bad COVID to prove that it's not a thing and then died as a result.
Yeah.
That's quite a stupid thing to do, to be honest. But yeah, let's get you in the guys another one.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, it is bad.
Mm.
The thing that really annoyed me during COVID was people wearing silly masks that
Yeah.
didn't work.
Yeah.
And like, why are you doing it?
Like when Razer announced that N95 or whatever classified mask. No,
Oh, yeah.
Razer, the laptop company.
Is that the one that's like goes over your mouth like looks
Yeah.
like a ninja mask? And it has like it's like headphones as well, isn't it?
What the
No,
fuck?
I think they did the headphones
That's
separate.
Dyson. The Dyson's the headphone one, I think.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's the Razer one.
Oh, they need to chill out.
It looks pretty cool though, doesn't it? It looks like something you'd seen like a
Yeah,
Bring Me the
but they were
Horizon video.
claiming that it was all like
And it wasn't.
COVID safe and all that, and it just wasn't. They were just like the standard air filters you'll just go buy from like Poundland.
Cheeky man.
Nice. Fair play to them. It's a good hustle. They hustled a lot of idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. It's just like Belle Delphine's bathwater, mate.
For what they are, though,
Idiots are
they
gonna
were a
buy it.
decent price. I'm sure
Mm.
they were only like 160 quid. Like I know.
Fucking what?
I know that's expensive for like a face mask
Fucking
and shit.
what?
But,
Walking
like,
around with an RGB face mask.
Yeah, but
Liam would have snapped that up.
It's a razor product.
Yeah.
Like normally they're like less, not nowhere less.
Well,
than
it's just
like
a
700
brand,
quid.
mate. Wow.
That's how much they knew they were bullshitting. They were like, we cannot put a high price on this.
Mm. Very
That's
true.
ridiculous. Imagine walking around with them on. You fucking, the fucking Apple things.
Mm.
The Apple.
I bet want
goggles,
to try
or
their
fucking
Apple
hell.
Visions.
The Apple Visions, yeah.
Vision Pro.
And then and rocking around,
Get
and
me
then
one of
you
them
and then your
headsets
big
for a
ass
whole one of
Dre
these wearing
Beats,
it.
just getting about.
There's someone said that there was someone working on a roof, and they accidentally grabbed a power line to steady themselves, and they couldn't let go. You know, because if you touch like a live power, you automatically grip. They say if you're trying to feel for a wire or a current, use the back of your hand, because if you use the front,
Yeah,
and you
you can
electrocuted, you'll grab.
Yeah.
But he did that, so his coworker kicked him. Like you do, really. You just push someone off it, kicked him off the roof, and he just died from the fall. Try explaining that in court. Did he kick him off the roof? Yes.
That's
but I had a good reason. Oh, that's funny though. Yeah. I wonder if if they know if he died first before he got kicked off. Do you know what I
Like
mean?
he blanked out because he was.
Well, at least he didn't feel any pain, because he probably would have passed out from being electrocuted.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know.
It's not nice being electrocuted. I've done that. I like so I had a fan plugged into a wall, right? But the back of the plug was exposed, right? So I, like a dickhead, to plug it back in, grabbed the fucking fuse like a dickhead, and fucking it went right up my arm. And I've got this scar on my finger where it cut my finger open.
Jesus, what just from the pure power?
And then I was like halfway through my shift, and then I was like, oh, I've just been shocked like by the mains, and like I was fine. I weren't in shock or anything. I didn't and I just sat back down and did my shift.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
With like a cut in my finger. I was like, yeah, maybe I should go get that.
Yeah,
checked
maybe
out.
you probably
But no, I was
hoping
fine.
you got superpowers.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah.
Nah.
Imagine though.
Just like staring at someone you hate.
Yeah, I know. Looking at a mug trying to
Come
move it.
on. The dude who I actually watched a video about this guy the other day, and then I realized while watching it that I'd seen the actual video of him dying. Now, I don't like watching people die. It was a safe for work type video. It's basically a dude who I think he's from somewhere in Asia, and he like would climb up and do selfies and stuff like that, and make videos on top of really tall buildings. And he was making money to like help his mum's operation and for his family. And then one of them, he like I've seen that on the video I watched the other day. It doesn't show the clip; it just shows a still from it. But I've seen it. He basically hangs off the edge of a building. It looks like the camera's on another part of the building though, like looking at him. And he does like 3 pull-ups, and then he goes to pull himself back up, and he can't. And then you just watch him like hang, and then realize he's gonna die, and then just drops. But you don't see him die. You see him go off the camera, like fall, and that's it. And apparently, someone found him like 40 odd stories down on like a ledge.
Oh fuck.
Like, so a window cleaner found him. But obviously, I'm not like trying to mock him, but I just mean I don't like people that do that. I think it's stupid.
It is a bit
Don't
stupid.
tempt fate, man. If you like heights, go up somewhere high. You don't have to dangle off the edge and act well hard because you're not scared of dying. Sometimes fear of death is there to help you survive, in my opinion.
There's always got to be someone though. It's just the way it is. There's always someone to fill the gap to do stuff.
Yeah,
That's
very true. See what else we got here. Obviously, we have to mention the Ocean Gate sub. I mean, rest in peace to those guys. But any sort of purpose-built submarine that's been specially made by somebody and has like a game controller to control it, and it's all a bit like I feel like I just need so much more
Not even a
reassurance.
license
Yeah.
controller.
No,
it was a design. It was designed so bad.
Yeah.
Like the carbon fiber thing that it was wrapped in wasn't thoroughly tested either.
mental. You go in to such pressures.
Idiots.
The only blessing is that they died so quickly that their brain couldn't
Nah,
even
do you know
register.
what? I just said idiots, but I mean idiot is the fucking guy. The
Mm.
guy's fault. He's a fucking idiot.
No, that's it. Like, I just also think like, yeah, like I say, it's lucky that they didn't feel anything because it happened so fast that
Yeah.
that it couldn't.
It's
have,
just cowboy tourism, mate.
Yeah. sort of like people breaking rules with wild animals to try and get like the best picture or have the best experience and then get eaten alive. It's like that Cat Williams thing where he says like there's a tiger in a cage at the zoo, a big caged enclosure, and he's like someone climbed in and the tiger ate them, and he's like everyone was getting mad at the tiger and saying like fuck the tiger, and he's like what? Like if I was trapped in I used to run in the jungles, and now I'm trapped in this zoo, and people are staring at me every day, pointing, laughing, taking photos. The only thing I'd be thinking is what I would do if someone were to ever climb into that. So like, do you know what I mean? All you'd ever be thinking is if someone came in here, that's what I'd fucking do. And so it's like it's not a tiger's fault. That's what a tiger does. It's its job to destroy things, eat them, and survive. That's it.
Some people are nuts, man.
There's a guy whose chicken fell into the sewer, and he jumped after it to rescue it. And then some other guy jumped in to try and help him. And the sewer opens up and the water runs out, and it's just two corpses come out, and the chicken's still alive, just floating in the water. Like, what up? Keep
Oh,
better hands on your chicken.
my man just wanted to save his chicken as well. Oh, rest in peace, bro. You did God's work. You tried to look after your pet.
I've read someone here saying they were at medical school in 1978. They were in anatomy class, and two classmates had made a $10 bet, and the first guy was dared to drink water using the top of someone's skull, from a freshly dissected body as a cup. He said like fragments of the inner lining, scalp, and tissue are still there. They filled it with water, gulped it down, and won $10, and everyone cringed. A few days later, that guy developed nausea, fever, abdominal pain, muscular aches, vomiting. Reports revealed that he was having an acute shutdown of kidneys, generalized infection, and signs of liver failure. So basically, yeah, it's like I guess it's formalin, the chemical that they soak the bodies in for anatomy. That's like super dangerous to ingest.
Right.
So he died from like chemical poisoning, I guess.
Oh shit. Well, that'll teach you, won't it?
Yeah.
You won't do that again.
No, definitely not. And then they got a drunk guy who jumped into a swamp saying "fuck alligators," and I guess you can. And I'm
it's
guessing
already
you
my
can
spirit
guess.
animal.
I'm guessing you can guess what happened next.
That's funny.
Natural selection.
What a
Yeah,
guy.
fully.
Yeah, you got
Gotta admire the
balls.
confidence, but at the same time, there's a very fine line between confidence and stupidity.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
Well played, mate.
What else we got here?
Come on.
Two teenage boys in 1990 who'd been playing with a 22 caliber rifle. They dry fired the thing several times. Click, 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 click. They then started putting the barrel in their mouth and pulling the trigger. A sort of a game. There were girls watching and they were trying to make some sort of impression. After a couple of more dry fires, the cartridges still in the magazine apparently fed properly, and the gun discharged straight through the roof of one boy's mouth and into his brain. Jesus.
Don't leave your guns around kids, man.
Exactly.
Be a
Or
knobhead.
just never put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Never point a gun at anything unless you're willing to kill it, including yourself. Like that's why. If someone gave me a gun and said there's no bullets in it, it's been deactivated, all this stuff, I would never point it at my own head.
Yeah.
It's just not a good idea. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? Get a toy gun if you want to do that. Point a BB gun at your head. You'll probably survive if there's nothing in there. But not fucking.
Don't be stupid, mate.
To be fair, when I was a kid, I was stupid. I had a BB gun, and like I got it on holiday, at the beach. You buy a BB gun.
As you do, bro.
And then like I remember like messing around with it back at my grandparents' house and like shot my own reflection in the mirror and just bounced off and shot me straight in the head. And I was like, what did I think? I was sat right in front of the mirror as well, like, so what did I think was gonna happen? I was aiming it at my own head in the mirror. It's like bang, it was a perfect shot as well. And I remember thinking, like obviously that would happen. What am I doing? If anything, like it's such a cartoony thing that you'd think it wouldn't happen because like you thought it would and you were being dumb. I was being so dumb that I was like, no, let's do this.
Yeah. You do that though as a kid, bro.
Yeah.
You do that stupid shit all the time.
Exactly.
Like you've definitely done like like thrown a ball at a wall and it's bounced right back in your head.
Yeah.
Everyone's done that.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like kicked it in your head as well, like straight like knee the football straight.
Or
in
you're
your
in the middle
face.
of like a little game and you blast it and it goes straight back in your face, and you go from such confidence to nothing. Or people, this is quite a good one. People who get like their snack gets stuck in the vending machine, so they try and fight the vending machine to like get their snack back or whatever, and the vending machine falls on them. That'll crush you. They're really heavy, so you can rock it and stuff. And you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my thing, and then suddenly it tips, and then you're dead. Yeah.
Bah.
Oh, this is quite a good one. A Iraqi terrorist called Ranajet didn't put enough postage on a letter bomb, so when he sent it, it came back and he opened it. Didn't put enough stamps or whatever it is. I'm guessing on it. He's like, oh, I've got mail.
He is the real uni bomber
Yeah.
because like it hits
Yeah.
one gut
Yeah.
and he got it back. you know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's so funny.
Cheers, bro.
An officer in the Civil War called John Sedgwick, when told by his troops to take cover from enemy sharpshooters, his last words were, "They couldn't hit an elephant in the dust," and then he got obviously hit because he didn't take cover.
Schoolboy
Yeah.
era, mate.
Thomas Midgley contracted polio, so he invented a special bed for patients like him with pulleys and stuff like that to help him move around. He got caught in it and was strangled to death.
Oh,
Heavy that, innit?
that's ironic.
Yeah. Apparently, one guy died from being fucked by a horse. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, being fucked by a horse though.
Mm.
Jesus Christ. Nah. Made my spine seize up.
This one guy here who really wanted. He couldn't eat or drink. He couldn't eat or drink normally due to an issue that came up with his throat. So he probably had to have like a feeding tube, or whatever. But he really wanted to get drunk, so he poured 2 huge bottles of alcohol into his ass, and he died. Apparently, his blood alcohol was like a 0.5 or something. Jesus.
What is a? I'm a bit clueless about the whole.
I'm pretty sure you can't even drive up to like 0.1 or 2. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like because
He was
I don't drive. I don't think any of us drive.
No.
We don't drive. We don't care. We live in the city. We don't give a fuck. We don't need to drive.
We're on
Right.
road.
Carbon footprint's
foot.
low. Right.
Mm.
We keep it low.
We're a low carbon emission
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, we're in it. We care about the environment.
We try. We try.
But
We try.
yeah, no, I'm really confused by it. I don't know what's high.
Buy a breathalyzer when I suppose.
I don't drink anymore. So
Yeah,
what's the
breathalyze
point?
other people.
I'll just go out. Oh yeah, 'cause I'll just be the sober
Yeah.
guy. I'll
Yeah,
just
see
be
who
that
wins.
fucking dickhead sober guy, the fucking
Oh, that'd be funny.
breathalyzer going, yeah, all getting all my drunk mates to fucking do breathalyzers.
I'd let you breathalyze me.
Fuck off. Definitely not. Be like that cunt with the lunchbox,
Mm. Someone says that an aunt of theirs was diabetic, and one day they made a cherry pie. She was bragging and boasting to someone about how good her pie looked, saying, "I could eat this whole thing. It looks so good." And her friend chimes in, "You can't do that. You're diabetic." So she said, "Fuck you," and ate the whole thing, and then died. went out a fucking legend though.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Just kill yourself with pie.
Cherry pie.
Yeah.
Good way to go.
Yeah.
Cherry pie's good. I like cherry pie. Rhubarb pie's best though.
I
Rhubarb
like cherry pie, to be fair, a lot. A lot.
Rhubarb low with a bit of custard on it.
I love a savoury pie, mate.
Huh?
Chicken pot pie, savoury.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Nah, but what's the go-to pudding though? What's the go-to
Dessert.
pudding in the Cullinan gaff?
We have a lot of like chocolate tarts and things like that. My mum makes. They're really good.
Chocolate.
Like a pastry base. Sorry, like a shortbread base and like chocolate like tart.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
You're more of like a
I like
chocolate
ice
family.
cream more. I just like ice cream a lot. I love ice
What about
cream.
you, Roach? What's your go-to pudding? Pud, mate.
Cornflake pie.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cornflake pie.
That is a mint one.
Yeah.
From like
bet.
in high school.
Yeah.
Did you go to high school in the UK at all? I know you went in Germany.
Yeah, I did.
In Germany, they have some weird desserts.
Yeah, there's one. Snitz pie.
Snitz
pie.
Snitz pie.
Snitz.
It's basically a biscuit base with bacon apples, then cream, and then some cinnamon on it.
Mm.
Well nice.
Does sound good.
Such a simple dessert, and then you can put some nice fresh cream on top, and it is. Oh, it bangs, mate. My mum makes me one every time I go down to visit. She makes me one every time.
That's nice of her.
Yeah,
It's a good shout.
it's my favorite thing that my favorite my mum's pudding. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The
Wow.
next one we have, someone died trying to crack their neck, so they did the like Richard can do. They just crack their own neck. The man just sees someone walking down the street and they go just fall over on the floor dead. It's like he's the world's greatest assassin. He took himself out. That's amazing.
Holy shit!
That's amazing.
Imagine how hench he was though to do that to himself.
Mm. Someone said that There's someone's neighbors called the police because they hadn't seen the guy in a while. Cops bust down the door to find his naked corpse on the sofa with burns around his dick and balls. During the investigation, the police pulled apart his sofa to find 2 power sanders without paper on them, installed inside, positioned either side of the gap between the cushions. They concluded that the guy had stuck his member between the 2 sanders for sexual kicks. Unfortunately, when he climaxed, the seaman shorted the sanders out and he was electrocuted to death through his dick.
Oh, fuck.
Wow. That's
That's
crazy.
a pretty undignified way to
I
go.
know, and they find your weird little sex setup that you've built as
Roasted cock as well. Oh, fuck.
Fuck that.
well.
Oh,
That's so
no.
weird.
Oh, no. Just having electricity pump through you that way.
There's also a dude who was so confident in his car's sensors that stopped the car that he stands in the street while they drive towards him, and instead of stopping it, just bowled him over. He didn't die, but it was a pretty stupid way to get run over, I suppose.
I'm still in shock that there's guys out there fucking power sanders.
Yeah.
What is that about? Who's getting the power tools out?
Seems like they'll fuck anything these days.
Yeah. Do you know what? I seen a disturbing video of a guy sounding himself with a fucking drill.
A what? A what?
Sounding. You know what sounding is?
Nah.
Bro, do we have to tell him?
I don't know what sound it is.
It's like you
Don't
put
say, do we have to tell him? Like I'm meant
I
to
know,
know.
like you invented it.
Or anything fucked up,
It's
I'm
sound-
automatically
right,
know.
I've got-
Sounding club.
here's the beat. Here's the fucking
It's the
honey and
sound,
the bees.
yeah?
I'm not saying I'm innocent, by the way. I do know some weird shit. But
So
go
it
on, go
fucking
on.
on,
it
give me the sound.
basically it's sounding is putting stuff down your dick hole.
Is that what it's
right?
called?
Yeah, it's called sounding.
I've been doing it all these years. I didn't know what it was
Yeah,
gonna. I just,
right.
no, God no.
But yeah, some guy using a drill bit, like a circular one. Just
Some
like-
people
Never
do
calling
need
someone
Jesus.
a sound guy.
and he's just
No,
there
yeah.
with a power drill, just like that, and his dick's like this.
That's awful.
It was disturbing, bro.
Is
What
that-
drill bit did he have on?
It was like a big, like round one like that, like a spiral. It's the only way to describe it. It was like circular, mad, mate. It was just a maddening thing to watch.
That sounds mental.
How do you find all these things?
You got like
I get
4chan
sent some.
forums
I
and
get
stuff.
some. I get sent some weird shit.
Fair.
If people start sending me stuff like that, I'd just unfriend them. I just wouldn't. Send them again. I was like, bye.
Oh, Reddit's a wild place though. To be
Mm.
fair.
And just straight nope out of that friendship.
It's one of those ones that where it as I was scrolling, it just came on, and it's like as soon as you've seen it, you're just like, what? Like you don't turn it off. You've seen it now. It's like right, I'm gotta see this through.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Nah. It's kind of like death videos. You kind of see it, and you're just like, right, okay, I'm watching this now. Like, I'm not stopping it.
There's a guy who died from masturbating 42 times in one day.
That's the limit.
The limit's 41.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that though. That's just too much work, too much effort.
Imagine how sore you'd be.
I know.
42.
The
More than
muscle on
one
his
an
arm is
hour.
like,
Your dick would be swollen.
what?
More than 1 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Gets out like
There are some
two and a bit an hour.
There's some absolute mad people out there doing just crazy shit like that all the time to their bits. Like there's people using rubber bands to just slowly have their dick fall off.
Yeah.
That must suck so much.
He did that to my little finger.
Yeah. Is it?
As you were, Jake.
In China, there was a couple in a car with their kid, and they were trying to park their car. The wife got out to see how much space the car had left to go in the lot, and got run over by the husband, who, in a panic, stuck his head out the window and hit drive and slammed his head and neck into the pillar next to the car. The kid was instantly orphaned by the mum getting run over, and then the dad crushing his own head. Jesus.
That's just tragic. It's not even like a silly way to go. That's just tragic. Find a funny one.
A dude died fucking a chicken when a boulder fell on him. He was found dead but deep in the chicken.
That can't be real. Can't be.
I reckon the boulder helped him.
There
get
ain't
deeper.
no man fucking a chicken in a quarry.
Well,
What?
could have been
What? Do
back
you
in
think
the-
there's some guy fucking some sandblasters?
Oh, bro, there.
I wouldn't underestimate the horniness of men.
No, I don't underestimate the sandblasters. I don't rate. There's a guy fucking a chicken
I
so
reckon
close
there's
to
a
a
bigger
boulder.
community of chicken fuckers than sandblasters.
Welcome to the community of chicken fuckers. I'll be your
Mm.
host.
Sound out in the comments.
We got-
KFC for dinner.
Is there a subreddit? If there's a subreddit that
They
exists.
probably will.
Uh,
See what else we got here.
I'm out of Powerade. I'm upset now.
Some guy died from bladder rupture because it was considered rude to leave the party to pee. He was at probably like a formal party, probably back a long time ago.
Oh man. I used to have everyone's had that bit of anxiety about going for a piss when you're out somewhere.
More a
having
shit.
a public toilet.
More
thing.
a shit than a piss.
Oh yeah.
I'll piss anywhere, maybe.
Nah, I don't give a fuck now.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't give a
good.
fuck now.
Made some progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go at work, innit?
Mm.
Fuck it. Get used to it.
Yeah. Jesus, someone who like made their own plane, and him and the woman that went in it decided to have sex while in mid-flight and crashed. That was crazy. During a flying lesson as well.
Jesus Christ. Use your brain.
I know.
I bet it was just in a little shitty Cessna or something like that. And it weren't like, oh, there's no autopilot in this, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah. Fully. Oh yeah, I remember this. That YouTuber who made a video where he puts a book in his jacket and his girlfriend shoots him and he survived, but
Yeah.
she just shot him and he died.
Yeah.
Mental.
That's stupid.
That's crazy.
Yeah, don't do stuff on YouTube like that. We don't
Mm.
endorse that. Got anything else?
I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
mostly
we're out.
it, to be honest.
I think we're it.
I've got a couple more here, but they're not actually like entertainingly funny. They're more just a
Yeah.
bit sad. I don't want to bring the mood down too much. Death isn't funny, but sometimes people do things that are stupid and
Mm.
and results death, and that's kind of funny, and we learn from these people.
Yeah.
Like Darwinism,
Silly stuff.
Yeah,
It is, mate.
that's it.
Gene pool. Madness.
That's it, and we're here, so we're stupid, but we're not
We're
dead yet.
still alive. We're
Not dead
alright.
yet. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think that probably concludes our episode, really, unless there's anything else you'd like to
Nah,
add.
well, I wanted to talk about.
We had
fucking-
another topic. That's great. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I've got I watched on the Ungentlemanly Warfare.
What's that?
Bro, it just snuck in out of nowhere. I just it just appeared.
What is it though? What is
It's
it?
Henry Cavill and this other massive guy, the guy that wants to be Batman.
Oh yeah, I saw a clip from that today. Actually, that's so weird that you brought this
Right.
up.
Such a good film.
I just
Like-
saw. I'm not gonna let you tell it because my thing's much smaller. It's just a guy threatening them, and like he puts his hands up and he's on a boat, and then the guy that wants to be Batman starts laughing, and he's got like little circular glasses on, and he's like, "Oh, he's got you. He's going to shoot you." Is that the same thing? It must
No.
be. It is. It must be the same thing because it's Henry Cavill and that guy.
Yeah.
What
From
guy?
From Jack Reacher.
Yes, Jack
Oh,
Reacher.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've got a
He'd be-
film
he'd be a good
together.
Batman.
Yeah. Right.
He would be a good Batman.
It's when they're on a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's an
Is it a
excellent
film or a
film.
series?
Excellent film.
I
It's a
might
film.
watch it. What's it called?
It's called Ungentlemanly Warfare. It's
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
I'll check.
Don't know.
Henry Cavill and the guy from.
Can't remember.
The
I
guy
was
from
just
Jack
I just
Reacher.
I just watched it. I just put it on. Didn't care what app it was on. Just put it on.
The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. No,
That's the one.
Is that it?
Such a sick film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's-
good. It was slick. Like, do you know, like the Man from Uncle, right?
Yeah.
That type of film.
I have not watched that yet. Is it worth a watch?
Oh, Man from Uncle's sick as well.
So the
man.
Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare came out this year.
Yeah.
So it's new.
Yeah.
It's been rated really well on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Not that
It's-
that means everything, but it's important.
Yeah. No, but it is an awesome film.
Trying to see where you can watch it. But yeah, I'll give that a go, man. Did you enjoy that then? Yeah.
Fucking loved it, dude.
That's
Like
good to hear.
there's the films like that are just right up my alley.
Apparently, it's on Amazon Prime for
Yeah.
any of our streamers watching at home.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'll give that a go.
Watched it, thoroughly loved it. I was playing a game and I just put it down. I was like, nah, I'm watching this now. That's it. Fully invested in it. Good stuff. Acting's good. Action's good.
Nice. I haven't watched anything new recently other than like I was meant to watch Inside Number 9. Don't know if you watched that. It's a really good show. It's the 9th season, so it's the final season now. It started last week, but I need to catch up and watch it. It's
Mm.
really good. It's basically like every episode is like a short story, but there's like usually a twist, and they're usually always filmed in something number 9, so like flat number 9, or like it's kind of hard to explain. Like all that'll be like filmed. One of them will be on a boat, and it's called like number 9,
Mm.
and like there's always a theme of 9. They usually have a twist at the end, but it's the same like couple of dudes who play the main guys, but different every time.
Right.
It's really, really, really good. Like honestly, it's like sick.
I'll check it
They
out.
started on like BBC Two making the show years ago and said that it wasn't going to be very good. Like the sort of director people said that, and then it's gone for like 9 seasons, and they're finishing it with this season as the final one. But yeah, I need to catch up on the new season, but definitely worth a watch. Anyone that's not seen that, it's on iPlayer. It's really, 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 really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching My Name's Earl as well.
My Name is Earl. I've not watched that in years.
Started. You mean rewatching?
Rewatched it.
It's such a good show. It's so silly.
I started watching it again.
It's crazy how the guy is it Randy? Is he called?
Yeah.
He's
How-
hench
how
now.
hench he is now.
Massive now.
He
He
is
sorted himself right out.
ridiculous how big he is.
He's a fucking unit,
Yeah,
mate.
no, he is.
Oh my days.
What a G.
Yeah, man. What a guy.
What
Big
an
ups.
absolute guy.
Big ups, Randy from fucking My Name's Earl.
Yeah, and Crabman.
Crabman.
He was always very funny.
Hey, Earl.
Hey, Earl.
Ohio.
What a
He's
show.
fucking sick.
I might start
It's
watching that again.
It's so good. It's so wholesome. After a long day's work, you just want to watch something nice and wholesome.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like a
just-
bit like easy TV, but
Yeah,
it's also fun and enjoyable.
it's not as cringy either. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I agree with that.
Equally silly. You get some good laughs out of it.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
great show. Fantastic.
I've just been
stuff.
watching footloads of YouTube, like just random videos. You know, I kind of had a busy day. I don't
Yeah.
feel like putting a show on, so I just watch YouTube and see what's new in the world and
I got
watching
into
a lot
that
of VFX
habit.
artists react and stuff like that.
Mm,
I like those.
I got into that habit, and I've watched it. Do you know what I mean? Like
You've done it.
I've gotten to the
I've
point
watched
now
all
where
the
I'm like-
YouTube.
I'm now just waiting for whatever subscriptions that I've got.
I find it's
come
better
out.
for your sleep to watch not YouTube, like to put on something. 'Cause even if you're less entertained, the routine nature of the episode starting and finishing and the lack of ads and all that,
Mm.
it's just better for you to go to sleep afterwards. If I come home in the evening and put on YouTube, there's a small chance I'll be up quite late watching bare YouTube videos. Whereas if I put on a show, I feel the need to turn the show off, but I'll become slightly less interested and slightly more relaxed. And
Yeah.
It's like you haven't got to keep skipping an ad or picking the next thing. You're not DJing. You're just putting an album on,
Yeah.
so to speak, and that is good for things like Netflix and Prime and Disney Plus. But I've been sleeping really well recently because I've been getting up nice and early, doing loads of stuff. And then,
Yeah.
like I woke up today at 5:30 in the morning, and normally when I wake up early, no matter what time it is, I'm like, yeah, let's go. But I was like, nah, I can't be up from 5:30 in the morning, so I went back to sleep for a bit. But it's been good to get up super early though.
I woke up
enjoyed
at
it.
like what, 11:30 or some shit.
No,
Like
same the second time.
as soon as I
Yeah, yeah.
messaged you, I was awake.
The second time I woke up, it was about that time. Like,
Yeah.
Well, a bit before you, because we were waiting for you to wake up. But
Mm.
yeah, it's just
I
good,
was
man.
on the clothes.
Richard's got it locked, man. Richard gets up early every day. Not on purpose.
Innit?
Not like trying to prove anything, or he just does. And I've started getting back into that,
Mad.
and it's the best because you get
I
nice.
hate it.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Yeah, but you must admit getting up later in the day sometimes feels so depressing because you're like, oh, I've missed half the day.
Nah,
Or
don't give a shit.
or days when you've got to get up early, you're already ready, set for that. Whereas sometimes I've got to be like, shit, it's 8 p.m. now. I've got about 3 hours to go to sleep fully, and I'm like, oh, stressing out. For me personally, it's so much easier.
Don't give a shit, me. I like the night. I like the
No,
the
me
n-
too. But I have to pay. I pay my night credits and then sacrifice morning credits, and it's so good for your mental health to get up in the morning. It's so good.
Yeah.
It just is. Or for me anyway, personally, I feel super depressed if I keep waking up really late, like 3 p.m. God, my day's ruined.
You know, I've worked nights like most of my adult life.
Working nights is a bit different though, because like I used to work nights too, and that's like it's kind of a necessity because I need that energy throughout the night shift. But if I know I'm gonna go to sleep at 4 a.m. again that night and wake up after, especially when it gets to summer and you're missing half the day, and there's just something really good about going out and getting breakfast and a coffee, or finishing work and you've got half your day left. There's something
Yeah.
so refreshing for me anyway, so much better for my brain than like getting up at 4 p.m. and spending half an hour getting ready and then going to work and starting at 5 p.m. and finishing at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Going out for a drink after work and then getting in at like 9 a.m., going to sleep and waking up again at 5 p.m. It just feels, it just
It's a
shaves years off my
completely-
life.
It's a completely different fucking lifestyle.
Yeah, it is.
It's mad.
It is. You become like a different category of human. Like,
Yeah,
a
you
night
are.
stalker.
You're a different, like, and then you're walking past all the fucking morning people when you finished your shift or something like that. You walked past all those like, you're just like,
Yeah.
what a bunch of normies, mate.
What a bunch of
Like,
day
what
walkers.
Day walkers,
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
fully.
look at them getting about with their normal lives, motherfuckers.
That's it.
Yeah, not. I'm not salty about it at all. I don't give a fuck.
It's a bit jarring though when you
Look
finish
at
your
them all.
shift.
They've had a shower.
Yeah, I know. But you like finished your shift and you've had like a few drinks and that with some mates at like a bartender's bar, and you're going home and you see like people on the way to work and you're like, oh, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Like, this is the end of my day.
But
not the
they're on
start.
equal measure because
Yeah.
they're like they've just woken up. Their whole day's ahead of them.
Yeah, fully.
You're like on your way to bed, like fuck off.
Mental, innit?
And then it's peak because you'll then on the way back, like when you're on the way back to work, like you're seeing them all sat there in the pub drinking and shit. You're like,
Yeah, fully.
dickheads. Yeah, but you've got to walk past them in the morning.
Yeah.
with
I've
your
been on both
fucking-
sides of
with
it.
your
It's
bottle
horrible.
of white shite or whatever the
It's
fuck you
absolutely
walking
horrible. I've been
over.
sat on the floor near a tram stop with a girl that I'd met at a thing with like a bottle of wine, like chatting to each other, fucked off our heads, and like people walking past in business suits. And I'm like, oh.
Some of those days are really good. though.
Yeah, it just feels mad when you like get home and it's like it's meant to be like the start of the middle of the day.
Yeah.
And it's like the end of your extra long day. It's just a lot. And then you're trying to go to sleep and you can't get mad at anyone for making noise because it's like 2 p.m. on a day, and you're like, I know, but it feels like
Yeah.
it's 5 in the morning. Yeah. Anything else to add before we wrap up? Been a good episode, this. I've
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been episode 10, guys.
Episode
Stupid
fucking 10.
deaths. We'll bring some more topics to the table as the weeks come by, but we thought we'd have a bit more of structure for our 10th birthday, so to speak. Yeah, I've been your
10th
host.
birthday, though.
Well, yeah, not anniversary, just 10 weeks of 10 episodes, and
Yeah.
our podcast is 10 years old in a way, but it's not. It's 10 weeks old. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Episode 10.
It's
That's what I
alright,
mean.
Yeah, man.
I've been your host, Jake Callanan. That's jake.callanan on Instagram. My co-host, Ollie May. That's at Ollie_Ventures Metal on Instagram. And in the corner, as always, Richard Taylor at OJ Roach. We've been You What Podcast.
Yeah, we have.
Have a lovely
mate.
day, and we'll see you for number 11.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
You what?
See you in a bit.